you finally got an answer.
Yes. I don't think they give one iota about us.
They weren't expecting as many people to come forward.
For more than a year now, News 5 investigators have been bringing you stories about children abused by a handful of nuns at a former orphanage in Parma. Our reporting has led to the Sisters of Charity of St. Augustine, which ran Parmadale, to finally admit to that abuse, apologizing for it, and creating a victims assistance fund to help people heal. Now, restitution for many was supposed to be in the hands by the end of January, but News 5 has learned that has been delayed. News 5 investigator Jonathan Walsh broke the story and joins us now. And Jonathan, it's my understanding checks are now getting into the hands of those victims.
Well, Courtney, it's been a long process just to get here. And for some, they say the checks just don't represent the pain that they've endured. Tonight, we have a reaction to the payments, reaction to the process, and how some are taking their complaints to the next level. Do you feel they're taking this seriously?
I do not.
Debbie Deming is one of the victims who was brutally abused by Sister Myra Wazakowski at the former Parmadale Home for Children back in the 1960s. Now, she and other victims of nun abuse are starting to see money offers in the mail.
To look at that check is a joke. It's a joke.
Debbie was not comfortable sharing the amount of her check, but we can confirm it is a fraction of what other survivors like Carolyn Mason received from the Sisters of Charity of St. Augustine.
Wish I could be a fly on the wall in that place sometimes and hear what really goes on, because there's way too many people that are very disgruntled about how they handled this right now.
People like Renee Reed, who is telling us her Parmadale story for the first time. Renee, too, suffered at the hands of Sister Myra in the 1960s.
She would tell us constantly she hated us. She hated the girls, she hated being there, and she hated us.
Renee vividly remembers the verbal abuse.
Myra used to tell me I was going to be a whore. She said, because of the way I walked. I was 10 years old.
And physical attacks, like the time Sister Myra grabbed a sharp steel brush and hit Renee in her shins.
I wouldn't do it. You're not going to make me cry. So then that would make her angrier. So then she tried more to make you cry. And one time she got the brush to stick in my leg.
I felt alone.
Tammy Maley is stepping forward for the very first time as well.
I wanted to disappear. In reality, I probably felt like I just wanted to die.
Tammy was under Sister Myra's abusive rule in the 1970s.
You could be standing talking to somebody and she would just walk by and hit you. And then she would giggle. She'd have this like evil laugh. I wanted to go home. I wanted to call my mother.
Both Tammy and Renee applied recently for the Victims Assistance Fund. Tammy feels the process was very cold.
And it was probably like a 10-minute conversation, but it was a whole life for me.
Renee agrees. The sisters had originally said they would pay for the victims' needs, like a new roof that Carolyn received. Renee didn't like the idea of the sisters approving her needs.
What I needed was to have a life that wasn't full of shame and feeling that you were the outcast and you weren't wanted. You know, and any kind of abuse you got, you deserved.
The Sisters of Charity sent us a statement saying, in part, they recognized that they had to act and could not repeat the mistakes of hoping the stories would go away. In their second and final phase of restitution efforts, the sisters are now accepting new applications only until September 30th, with compensation approvals by late December.
I don't want them to have control of my story. It's my story. They controlled me then. They don't control me now.
Renee doesn't want the sisters' money now. She's still furious that her brother Robert suffered abuse at Parmadale, too. That led him to be an alcoholic and to his early death at the age of 55.
And all my friends kept saying, you're doing it for your brother, aren't you? And I said, yeah. Because I survived. Yeah, I took my beatings. Yeah, I went through a lot. But I'm here. He didn't get that opportunity.
Meanwhile, Tammy has contacted Cleveland attorney Bruce Taubman to represent her moving forward.
I'm grateful. He listened. He didn't send me away.
It hurts that people have to suffer these type of abuses and have to keep them repressed for such a long time.
The longer I keep it inside, the sicker I'm going to get. And I don't want to be sick anymore.
If anything could come out of this, I wouldn't want some man out there that's carrying that burden to find someone someone, anyone that they could trust. They shouldn't have to carry that burden. It's not their burden to carry.
The Sisters of Charity of St. Augustine thank the victims once again for their courage. You can read the sisters' entire statement on our News 5 app. Meanwhile, Debbie says her check is not meaningful enough. She's not giving up, and the Sisters of Charity should prepare for a battle ahead. Courtney?
Jonathan, this whole series has been so powerful. We appreciate you staying on it.